do I have a doozy of a recipe for y'all today. This one's gonna knock your socks off if you like a good creamy cheese sauce, all right? This is gonna transform your freeze-dried cheese into something creamy and luxurious and very special, okay? Your family is gonna love it. My family loves it for nachos. That's how we typically use it. But you could also do homemade mac and cheese with it. You could dip broccoli or asparagus or cauliflower in it for a cheese sauce. It is very versatile and it's really easy to make. So you do need a special ingredient, but don't worry. It's cheap, it's readily available, and it only takes a little bit of it. It's a certain kind of salt, but we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Y'all stick around to the end of the video and I will show you how my family prefers this. It's for nachos and I'm gonna Tex-Mex this thing and turn it into the most delicious spicy queso ever. All right, let's do this. Here is the setup you're gonna need. So get a saucepan on your stove and put about a cup of water in it to start with, and then turn on your heat to about a medium and bring that to a bubble. Here is our special ingredient. It's called sodium citrate. Now I got this on Amazon. It was about $8 for the entire bag. It's an emulsifier. So this little magic ingredient is gonna make your natural good cheese kind of mimic a processed cheese whenever it melts. It will stay creamy and it won't separate. And you only need half of a tablespoon for this entire recipe. You're gonna be able to make this cheese sauce many times with that one bag of sodium citrate. So give this a whisk and make sure that the sodium citrate has completely dissolved in the hot water. This little specialty ingredient is the one that's going to make sure your freeze-dried cheese turns into an amazing sauce. It's not weird, it's an actual salt that's found in nature. Now, you're going to need to put your cheese in the blender and make it into a powder. And you're going to need about 1.5 cups of it. I chose the cheddar and pepper jack. I did 1 cup of cheddar, 1/2 cup of pepper jack. And you need to blend it up really good, give it a shake. And just blend it until it turns into kind of a cheese powder. It's really important to blend it. This will drastically reduce your cook time. So once that sodium citrate has completely dissolved in the hot water, start adding the cheese to it. And add your cheese in increments, about 1/2 cup or so at a time, and whisk it, and then let it melt, and then add some water, and then stir it some more, and then add more cheese. The recipe calls for a total of 2 cups of water and 1.5 cups of cheese. And you keep doing this until all the cheese and the water are incorporated. This entire process shouldn't take more than about 5 minutes. Now my channel features freeze-dried food, but yes, you could make this with fresh cheese and you wouldn't have to blend it or add as much water. Wasn't that easy? And you can use this for so many different things. And this is what I did with the rest of it. This is what my family loves. You can thrivatize this even more by adding some ingredients that turn this into a restaurant quality queso. So I've got tomato dices and the green chili peppers, just a sprinkling of onion, and I put some spices in it. I use chili powder and cumin. Those are just typical taco seasonings. I let this bubble for probably another 5 minutes or so to make sure everything was cooked. You just are going to end up with an amazing queso. My kids just gobble this up. They love it. This would be great with some of our ground beef added. So this is the kind of food you can make when you have Thrive Life ingredients on your pantry shelf. All of these components are just sitting there available and waiting for me when I need them. They're not rotting in the refrigerator. They stay good for a really, really long time. I love having them in my pantry.